Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. On today's video, I am featuring some of my favorites from the new Debbie's DIY JRV Cottage Color release. We released 6 new colors yesterday and I'm excited to show them off. If you want to see what I'm doing, stick around. So I have a little confession to make. I am on a thrifting fast for the first quarter of this year. April 1st is right around the corner and I have done a great job. However, I did do a marketplace find. So when Debbie announced that there are going to be 6 new cottage colors, like I had the space for that in my booth, but when she announced the new 8-ounce But when she announced the new 8-ounce size in the all-in-one colors, I was like, you know what? I need to revamp my cottage color paint section in my booth. So I immediately went out on Marketplace. I found this piece of furniture for $50. It is a solid piece of furniture. And it has kind of a sad story behind it, but it was an amazing interaction. I met up with Brett, ironically, my husband's name. He said his feelings wouldn't be hurt if I decided to paint it because it was his wife who wanted to paint it this bright blue. He just lost his wife last October. Oh my gosh, it was breaking my heart. He was around my same age. They have a first grader. She went to sleep and never woke up. Oh my gosh, like my heart just totally went out to him. He is trying to get his house ready at the end of the school year to sell and get rid of some stuff and move to Idaho to start anew where his sister is and get some help with their son. Gosh, guys, he has been on my heart quite a bit during this process. I have found myself just thinking about him and his son and what they have ahead of him and praying for them while I was painting this furniture. So while I believe this is the third life for this particular piece of furniture, they got it and painted it blue. I'm gonna get it and use it as a solid piece to display my paint. That's just one of the projects I'm doing today. Sorry for all the chit chat, but I wanted to kind of to share the story behind this piece. And it was great to be able to love on him, talk to him, just show him some encouragement. And it was one of the best marketplace pickups I've ever had. Not that kind of pickup, furniture pickups. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started in this video and I will chat with you again at the end. So this was the status of my garage a couple of weekends ago. You can see my new finds, and my husband is starting a bulk Lego resale arm in my booth space. He's sold a lot of Lego on Marketplace and now he's going to do 1-pound mini grab bags with a guaranteed minifigure. I told him I would put those on my website if there was any interest for your kids or grandkids. Let me know in the comments below if you would be interested in like surprise 1-pound grab bags to buy on my website. You remember this guy I got from the thrift store a while ago? We moved that up to Piper's bedroom. Here is a good shot of this piece of furniture. It's a little bit over my head, not too tall. The shelves have screws in them, guys, and they are so sturdy. The drawers are in great shape. Right now, I'm not going to use them, but I can always take them out and build some shelving there. This is where the confession truly comes in. A lady was cleaning out her rental house and was giving everything away for free. I went for this hutch thinking this could be a paint display option, but she said, look around, take anything that you want. I just need this place cleaned out so I can get it painted and re-rented. It just needed to be, it was very wobbly and I just needed to screw stuff in and it is a solid piece of furniture. So I have not decided yet what color I'm going to paint it. Let me know in the comments below. These are all the items I got for free as I went through the house. I'm like, everything's free? She's like, please just take it. So I grabbed some picture frames, that little side table, and then look what happened when I was cleaning. I was holding an open can of paint and I was cleaning the piece of furniture and my youngest looked at me and said, Mom, you're spilling. I will have you know that I immediately used that paint with the brush on the furniture and then had a soaking wet rag and it completely came out of the concrete. So here is the piece. I went with plum pudding because it's such a gorgeous color and people are probably not as likely to use it. So I wanted to show them how gorgeous it could be. Provincial is an obvious choice. To me, it's totally one of my favorites. Now I'm just going to cover up this little spot with a piece of wood. I am going to use wood glue and brad nails to get that to be there and then paint over it like it was always there. Here is the piece in my booth without anything in it. If this was in my home, Provincial totally would have been the entire interior, but since I'm trying to display paint colors, I thought I'd show off another of my favorite colors. Here are the new colors. I just love how they look with the white labels in here. So gorgeous. So I set up all the larger sizes and smaller sizes. Still need to figure out how to display this painterly well. And then I've got the drawers down at the bottom that I can use in the future by building those out. What do you guys think? Am I showcasing this paint line well? Would you have done the Juniper in the center? Let me know in the comments below. Project number 2 was part of the haul, the free haul as well. I guess I had just already removed it from the garage. It was a little bit damaged. The color was gorgeous. You know, these are totally my vibes. But I thought, you know what, instead of just putting some spackle over it, let's use the new mold from the IOD release. I do still have some of these in stock on my website at createyourowncozy.com. So I'm just doing cornstarch and some air dry clay to do these little leaves across the injured part of this lamp. Now, my next home project is my 14-year-old daughter's room, Piper. We did her room a while back and like this really teal color, and now she's wanting to go with a vintage vibe. And you know, Mama is all about this, so we are working on that right now and hoping that's going to be my next Create Your Own Cozy Home segment. So I thought this could go in her room because we have her overhead fan light, but who wants that? We need some gorgeous lamp lighting. And I am just getting the clay out, and then I intended on using Titebond Quick and Thick, but I accidentally grabbed the wood glue. Guys, that would work too. And just strategically placing this over the cracked part of the lamp. I have found that if you know you're going to paint over your mold, that it's better to put your mold on the product before you paint it, just because it allows it to adhere to the original piece without there being a paint barrier. So I am putting it right here, keeping it laying down for it to dry, and then going over the whole thing with Provincial. Now, she found a vintage inspired bedspread at Home Goods that it's like a cream color with some floral and this taupe color. So I think this will go really well in her room. I am just going to paint the whole thing Provincial 2 coats. I could have done a white wax over this or a dark wax, but I wanted to stick with just the basics right now. This lampshade is just for show. I thrifted it a while ago. It's probably not the one we're going to use for her room. We still need to be on the lookout for that. But I had this in my stash for staging and wanted to show you how easy you can update an old lamp. Project number 3 is a bar stool that I grabbed from the free stash. Guys, it was so gross and dirty that I was like, why did I pick this up? So I cleaned it really well and then went over it with 2 coats of Juniper. And guys, I am really loving this color. I also love how this paint is self-leveling. Sometimes I was like, wow, these are some brush strokes, but by the time it dried, you did not see those brush strokes. It was such a nice, smooth finish. I considered doing like an IOD transfer on the top, but I just stuck with sometimes less is more. And what a transformation from an old, dirty, free to me bar stool to this cute. It can be used as a stool, it can be used as a plant stand, so many options. For my 4th project, I am going to tackle this bright red beast that I got for free. Guys, this was poorly painted and super bright, and I thought, why fight it? Let's just go over it with barn quilt. It used to be wood, then white, then bright yellow, and then bright red. These are the layers that are on this guy. Now, I could have done a coat of Salvation Solution, but instead I did 3 coats of barn quilt. I could have done 1 of Salvation Solution, 2 of barn quilt. I rushed to start painting this one and realized the prior paint job had a lot of drips. So I took it outside, sanded down those drips, and look at it. Guys, what do you think about this? I was so tempted to just continue to distress it and have all these colors come through. I just thought it was like a funky looking piece and the colors strangely all went together. But I decided that's not really my brand in my booth, so I went over these spaces with barn quilt again to make it a nice, neat piece. Should I have left it a distressed multicolor piece, or do you like the final outcome? Let me know in the comments below. For my 5th and final project this week, I kind of cheated. I am doing the handles for my paint hutch. You'll notice in project number 1, I did not show my handles. They were these sunflower handles. Because of the nature of them being used constantly, I did go over them with 1 coat of Salvation Solution and then 3 coats of Provincial to give it a nice solid coverage. It is a handle, it's going to be used, it'll be in my booth. I considered doing a white wax or dark wax or even a white dry brush over the flowers, but I am going to bring it to my booth, see how I like it on the piece of furniture, and I can always add more to it later. What do you guys think? Do you like how nice and clean these look, or do you think I should add a wax or a dry brush to them? I would love to know what your favorite colors from this new release are. Clearly, I have a plum pudding. I have a love in my heart for purple. I've always loved purple. It is kind of a hard color to decorate. I don't like the really bright purples. Clear. I noticed this when I was like, clearly I just love this shade of purple. So I'm excited to be able to use this as my display, kind of show people, hey, this is a really cool, rich color you can use in your home, and have this display piece stick out a little bit. Obviously my three favorite colors from this release are Provincial, Plum Pudding, and Juniper. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should paint this free piece. I am planning on putting it in my booth, painted and gorgeous, and displaying a lot of my finds, and would love to know in the comments below what color you think I should paint this piece. As always, my DIY paint and products are available on my website at createyourowncozy.com, along with JRV rice papers and decoupage papers, and my IOD stuff. Really excited about that. And then you can always go check out this brand new paint at Angry Mama's Antiques and Interiors in Cumming, Georgia. It is in there and ready for you to play with right away. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell to all so that you get updated every time I upload a new video. I'm so thankful you are here, guys. I hope that you are having fun creating and feeding that inner artist, and I will see you guys in the next video. We released 6 and found this piece of furniture for 50. I don't like the